What's going on, everyone? We are here live from Sacramento, and we're here to do a quick little Facebook Live. It's Dr. Mondo, and I'm here with Ashley. Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm excited to have you join us for this live broadcast. And in case some of you are wondering what's going to happen here today, is this, am I going to be interviewing Ashley? The answer to that is no. This is not an office hours. This is something a little bit different. I know you guys are heading into a holiday weekend, and we had a big announcement. And you may have heard an announcement that we made a few weeks back, which is the fact that I'm bringing Ashley on board. She's been brought on board. She went on the road with us, and she's running the operations side of things. And in doing that, Ashley helped me look at the Rewriting My Story program on drmondo.org. And she really helped me look at that. And we took a step back from it. And we also took your feedback. There was a lot of amazing feedback that we got from emails, from Facebook messages. We talked to gyms. As you may know, that we have gym affiliates now around the country that are offering this program. And I wanted to sit with Ashley, and I wanted to take your guys' feedback, and I wanted to take her second set of eyes and her expertise to say, what can we do to improve this program? And so this quick Facebook Live is going to be an announcement about the fact that we are relaunching this program as of June 1st. It's going to be the same program that some of you are already members of, but it's going to actually have even more to offer. And again, that's thanks to your guys' feedback, and that's thanks to Ashley's expertise and her opinions and her views and her vision. So I wanted to invite Ashley on. And again, I want to welcome all of you right now. If you are members of the Rewriting My Story online program, this message is for you. If you are gym affiliates, meaning that you work at a gym, all around the country, P2P, Results, Fit Code, Bar None, the Lift Gym, Cloud 10. If you're part of any of those gyms, this is an announcement for you guys here too. And don't worry, if you're not in the program yet, we will talk to you today about how to get in the Rewriting My Story online program, which again is a program designed to help you figure out what is your life story and how could you rewrite it. Are you living out self-worth? Are you living out self-love? Are you living out vulnerability? Are you living in community? Are you living a life that's defined by the number on the scale or not defined by the number on the scale? And what's your relationship to food like? And what are your emotional triggers that are really at the basis of what's driving your emotional relationship to food? So that's what the program entails. And so again, Ashley, just take it away. When you came on, it's been a while now. When you came on the last couple of months, what did you think we needed to change, and what is this new program going to have that the old one didn't?
Well, when I first met you, um, we needed to do some new headshots because you had transformed your physical appearance. So that's where we started. But then we had Daniel, Mango Dan, with us, kind
Yep.
of documenting the process. And from the beginning, we just worked really well with each other. We had a great time, having Chuck and Chris there. And I was able to kind of capture the essence of who I think you are. One thing as a photographer that I try and do is I try and capture my clients the way that I see them, not the way that they see them. The way that I do. So when they see their images, hopefully they're blown away with this like radiating light that I see in my clients. Because I think a lot of times people that we're surrounded by can see us and mirror some things back to us, but it's really hard for us to actually see what that is.
Totally
So
agree.
as a photographer, I always want to try and show people the most positive themselves in the most positive light as possible. So we were chatting, and Dan was documenting everything, and we got to talking about kind of what our missions in life are, and from that we realized that it's pretty darn close to being the same thing.
Yep.
So after I had edited the images and sent them back to you, I was just like, you were having Isabella Katie was having Isabella, and you had Antonio, and we just spoke about everything that you were doing, and I got overwhelmed for you. I was just like, oh my gosh, there's so many things that this guy needs to do, and I am not married. I don't have any kids, and I don't know how I would do it all. So it was just really placed on my heart that I wanted to help in any way that I thought that I could. So I kind of, proposed that to you, and we agreed that it would be a good thing. And then I got kind of in the trenches talking and realizing how many people we had in contact, like in connection. The P2P out in Brentwood, that's my hometown. I lived there before there were any stoplights. So many of the people that go to P2P I grew up with. Coaches, Kristen, Kimmy, love you guys. And many of their members, I'm like, how do you guys all know Dr. Mondo? Well, then they mentioned the actual like online program and kind of what it was. And I was able to talk with some of them. And one person I just asked, how do you know Dr. Mondo? And the comment was, he saved my life. And I was like, okay, definitely want to be a part of that. And talking deeper, I did realize that there was the roadmap was deep dive into things that, kind of reveal things about people's pasts, or it can be some hard stuff. But the person who I captured in front of my lens was such a loving, warm, compassionate soul. So for people to reflect back to me that the program was really hard, I'm like, well, yeah, because when you dive into why you do certain things, yeah, you're going to uncover some really hard stuff that sometimes people may not be emotionally ready to go to. I know that I buried stuff deep down within my soul for 18 years, and it is honestly because of working with you that I am able to live out my life and not be ashamed of my past, and I'm really like healing from that. So I just being around you and being with Dan and being in that safe space, I'm like, my experience with this program seems to be very different from the people that I've spoken to. So why? So I'm so happy that we were able to have that real conversation, with Justin and Brenda, looking at things from a different lens and realizing that there was a disjointedness between who I see in front of my lens and who, people who attend the launches that you do. That person that we see and the message that they get was, you need it. You need that roadmap. So that's why we're not taking that away. But you also needed a little something else. I said everyone needs a little more Armando, like a little more Dr. Mondo to help them get there, because I needed you within my journey. So in that meeting, I'm so happy that you had shared that t-shirt and talked about the affirmations. And I was like, this is the program. And I can't take credit. You had already been doing that work before I got there. But I think sometimes it's nice just to have that person next to you being like, yes, keep going with what you're doing. You were already doing it before I came on board. So I can't take credit. But everything about you are worthy, you are enough, you are stronger, you are not defined by the number on the scale, you are evolving, you are rewriting your story. All of those things is stuff that your clients get when you're in therapy with them. It's what Daniel and I get as we're being, doing the work and creating these lessons and doing brainstorming. So it was really on my heart, and I'm so glad that it had already been on your heart to kind of look at it and just kind of reevaluate, because one of the affirmations is I'm evolving. Who you were when you started and created the roadmap was not the person who I met at the farmer's market. And then I think we reconnected 4 months after the farmer's market, and that wasn't the same person that I had met. So you have been evolving the whole entire time. So we needed to revamp and evolve the program. And now it is something for me personally that, yes, there's the roadmap to weight loss. Yes, it is going to help everybody out there figure out what their emotional eating patterns are and what their relationship to food is, so that they can pinpoint and do that roadmap work. But it is also that deep in my soul and my emotions as to why did I not acknowledge things that happened in my past for 18 years. That has, for me, it had nothing to do with my weight. It had nothing, I mean, it did have stuff to do with my eating patterns. I can't say that it didn't. But it's not like the weight came off when I acknowledged to myself everything that had happened. And then it was like I was releasing. I went to therapy. We talked about my journey, and it's very similar to what the actual Rewriting My Story program is. So I think that might be why I was so, such a cheerleader for it, because I was doing that work, and now we get to do that work together. But as I acknowledged those things and I released it, I released 50 pounds. I was able to shed all of that weight too. And so, yeah, everyone who has signed up with the Roadmap program, everyone with P2P and results, and every one of those affiliate gyms, you don't need to sign up again to get this new program. It is just something that is so important to us that we feel that everyone really truly needs. Like, you need that cheerleader. You need something to help you along the way to really feel that you are enough and that you are worthy and you really aren't defined by anything, and you have the power to be the person who writes your story. And yes, sometimes you have to uncover things that are hard, and yes, that roadmap can be hard, but we're not just leaving you to your devices there, right? And being like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of work to do. No, we're cheering you along the way, and we're really, through the lessons that we've created on our East Coast tour, it's a message of empowerment, and I'm feeling so uplifted and clear, and my heart is just like, I'm literally singing and skipping down the street. I'm not even kidding. People in Midtown.
Yeah, she's not lying too. I hope you guys recognize that, because we were on the East Coast and she was singing and skipping down the street, even in the rain. And yeah. No, I think, a lot of what you say is true. There is so much involvement that's been happening in my life and in the life of the program. The message that I was sharing with you, Ashley, the message that I share with people when I go out now on the road, even, and the message that you've been hearing, is so much different than what I would share. I started sharing the research. I probably shared it over 100 times, and I would start sharing it at local weight loss centers here in Sacramento. And usually what I would do is I would just kind of straight give out what research says. And a lot of it was cold, hard truth that, I'm a very encouraging, uplifting sort of guy. But at the same time, like, I didn't want to skate around the details. This journey's hard. If you want to keep the weight off, there's some hard facts you have to know. But what I think I have learned in the process, and what you've helped me realize, and getting feedback from people has helped me realize, is that if someone comes into therapy, we don't just on session one say, okay, let's open up every can of worms in your life. When someone comes into therapy, the goal for that first few sessions is to build a bond and to build a connection and to instill hope. And when from that hope and from that bond and that relationship, then you can do the work. And so what I think this new relaunching of the program is, and for some of you that have experienced the program already, you still got to get to the lessons that we have in the program. Just to really reiterate, the lessons are not going away. The work is not going away. You still have to renegotiate your relationship with food, and you still need to rewrite your story. But a big thing that we're going to do different is up front, we're going to give you some new lessons, some additional lessons, some additional content on what are the core beliefs that we are really empowering you to believe in about yourself, that will be part of your rewriting your story. Some of them will come easier, some of them will come harder to you, but we're going to empower you with what, as Ashley, some of you saw Ashley wearing the t-shirt, there's, with the statements that are on the t-shirt. So we're going to be talking about self-worth. We're going to be talking about self-love, self-esteem, body image. We're going to be talking about the importance of vulnerability, community, the importance of really giving yourself credit for when you're evolving and getting stronger. We're going to talk about all of those principles at the front end, because just like in therapy, the way that we would want that to go, we want to build you up. And we really want to build people up because I think what's happening is that we've heard the feedback loud and clear from you guys. People love the message, especially the one that's been shared recently at the kickoff events. It leaves people feeling inspired and motivated. But what do we do with that? And that's the key question. And we want to continue that a bit longer now with the new lessons in the program. But on top of that, we want to be able to still give you the same tools to do the work. And so the new program will do just that. So again, if you guys are just joining us, we are just kind of wrapping up some of this, a summary of some of the changes that will be rolling out in the Rewriting My Story program. If you guys still have logins to that, everything works. But starting at about June 1st, you're going to start to see some new video contents get uploaded in there. And you will notice that there is now an even greater message that we have for you. And it's a message of empowerment. One of the things, wouldn't you agree, Ashley, that one of the things that this does too is this is always going to be a program geared towards people and rewriting their story with food and rewriting their story in relation to weight. However, wouldn't you agree that some of these statements like that, I think that they're far reaching, that almost everyone can relate to those I am statements on the shirt in some way, shape, or form.
100%. I mean, I've been able to go through my weight loss journey and I've kept my weight off for 9 years. So
Awesome.
the
Awesome.
weight, thank you. The weight, and just like with you, like you found what works for you and you've been just killing it on the weight thing, and you're like, I'm not really going to go back because I found my way with that. But just because I found my way with my weight and my fitness and my health doesn't mean that my emotional health is exactly where it should be. Like, I still struggle with my self-worth and knowing that I am enough. And that is because of my history of being shown, not with my family. I got to make that loud and clear. My family is absolutely amazing. It was outside factors that came into my life that spoke this negativity, that I wasn't worth anything, that I'd never be anything if I wasn't with this particular person. Like, that pain sticks so hard. And even though I know that I am stronger, sometimes it's still hard to know that beyond a reasonable doubt. Sometimes that negativity can creep in. So I'm doing this program. When I say, like, I hear you guys, I am doing this program with you. I am behind Daniel's shoulder. I am helping Daniel get what needs to be captured. He does all of the editing, but I want to make sure that anything that Dr. Mondo says is heard and is compiled correctly. I am there kind of directing the lessons as they're being captured, but I'm also watching them before they go out to monitor them with the fine-tooth comb to make sure that they're ready to go and be prepared for you guys. And then I'm going through the journey with you. I'm not just saying, like, I got to figure it out because I lost my 50 pounds. No, this message is so much bigger to me. And I think that anyone who comes into the program can kind of take it for what they need it to be, whether it needs to be that vessel and the weight's the first thing that they need to do. Like, honestly, I think this is a message of empowerment, and I think every single little girl needs to hear this, and they need to know it before they get out into that crazy world that is just going to try and hurt them and tear them down.
Yeah.
I think that every single person can benefit from these affirmations and the support of what is the Dr. Mondo page and the Rewriting My Story group. We all need community, and I didn't really realize how much I needed it until I actually got it. Like, I thought I was cool and good, but then when we started doing this work and having Daniel there, I mean, he is an angel. He's just the most supportive person. Finding that community to be able to go through this with has been, like, evolving for me. And it's not, for me personally, it's not about the weight anymore. It's about my heart and healing it so that I can move forward with my life and being what my why is, which is to be a positive ray of sunshine in any person's life that crosses my path.
Love
when
it.
people think of me, I want them to be like, wow, she was a happy girl. And it's not that or actually, that's what the old Ashley would have wanted to have been thought of as a happy girl. Now I want people to think that I'm a badass woman that can take on anything.
That's rewriting your story right
I'm
there.
still struggling with it, but I think that the program can really help everyone in any way, and they can take it for what it is. And it's one of those things that is evolving. And so, yes, you get the roadmap. We're just adding to it. If you've already purchased the program, we're not taking anything away. We're not asking you to sign up again. If you have your login, log in. And on the first, around that time, we're going to have that new content. If you are a member of any of our affiliate gyms, the lift, P2P, results,
It's like a
fit
test.
code,
Oh yeah, you
bar
got to
none.
keep going. Bar
I know.
none.
Let's see if I can know this. And Cloud 10. I think I named them all. Did I
Boom.
miss any?
You named them all. You got every single
Yes.
one right. Yep.
If
That's
you
it.
are a member at any of those gyms, they are our affiliates. They are our partners, and they believe in it so much that you need to talk to them to get signed up, because they're taking care of a decent amount of the cost for you. If you ask me and Dr. Mondo, you're going to be paying a lot more for
Yeah, I
everyone.
mean, yeah, and that's the whole thing is that look, we want to get people in this program, as many people as we can. Obviously, the program costs something to join it. It's $345 through the website, and we've done our research. We've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. We think the program's worth that and then some. One thing I'll mention too is you get a year access to the material, which means that if it takes you a year, that's fine. But
Yeah.
some people can take as little as 6 to 8 weeks to go through the material and really master it, or begin to master it. So you get access for a full year. Now, if you are going to one of those gyms that we just mentioned in those areas, the Bay Area, Sacramento, Chicago, Kansas City, New Jersey, and DC, or the DMV, I think I got it all there. Anyway, if you're in those areas, then by all means take advantage of what there's a special affiliate rate. The program is cheaper. In other words, for you, it's more affordable. There's less barrier to entry if you go to one of those gyms that we just mentioned, or if you live in those areas. So if you want to check the program out, you can sign up now, drmondo.org, or if you're in one of those locations, you definitely want to go back, especially if you're in New Jersey area and you go to the Lift gym, because we were just out there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go to Cloud 10 out in the DMV, because we were just there, and those two gym owners have already made a specific commitment. In fact, we can tell everyone what that is. Basically, those two gym owners have said, I will pay $200 for every person that signs up. And again, I mean, the program's 345. So, we're not here like on a 1-800 number to sell something. It's just saying that that's a pretty cool opportunity, I think, to be able to have access to all this material to rewrite your story, renegotiate your relationship with food.
And I want to interject.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I do. This is so easy for me to say. I know as a business person, sometimes when you do, you have a product and you have to sell it, it can be kind of hard. Just to put that into perspective, that would be 2 hours of Dr. Mondo's time as a therapist. 2 hours. That's all you get. You get Dr. Mondo over 35 lessons. We have a journal in there that's for you to go as you go through it, that you can do it on your computer. There are just tons of bonus content. That is a year of Dr. Mondo and what he has to offer. And if you were actually paying him as a therapist, that would be 2 hours.
Yeah.
So this is, I mean, get it while it's even still at the price that's on our website. But if you are a member of those gyms that are affiliates, talk to them. They want to help you out. The people are so passionate about long-term success, and they all do believe that long-term success is no longer, as Dr. Mondo says, a calories in, calories out, and how much you work out. It's actually a trifecta of health. And our mission is to actually change the way that people think about getting healthy, from being I work out, I eat right, the calories in, calories out thing. It's like, how are you doing emotionally? Because sometimes you can just hold on to so much stuff like I did, and I didn't release the weight until I released a lot of my baggage and worked through it. And each one of our gym owners believe that 100%. If they didn't, they wouldn't be an affiliate.
Yep.
I would have a hard no on that one.
Yep,
So there's
absolutely.
two.
Because we really are clear that we want to have people that get it, who understand. And we have a new video that's going to be coming out next. I think we'll probably drop it next week. And we're hoping to have it today, but we're going to wait till it's just right. And it's a video, and it's a small 2.5 minute promo, but it basically shows the mission, and it shows what we're all about. We're constantly trying to refine the elevator pitch of sorts. What are we doing here? And what's cool about this video that you'll see put out next week is that it really encapsulates our experience in New Jersey in about 2.5 minutes, and it shows everything from us going thousands of miles across country to really what we are all about on this mission of slaying shame and helping you rewrite your story. The promo video shows the owner of Lift Gym, Matt Jennings, who's just so amazing. Him and his wife Kathy Ann, just so amazing, and the members of that gym. It shows the owner Matt Jennings, and it also shows his members responding to the message. I mean, you'll hear bits and pieces of the message of the program in that video, so check that out. But again, you'll see really quickly that Matt, for example, and Joe, they have a big picture outlook on how they want to help you guys. And for them, this is not about simply getting people through 6 week challenges and having that be that. They want to see people be successful long term. So again, I think that's who we're partnering with. That's why we're doing the program. That's why it's available to you guys now. And again, I'm very excited to just have an opportunity to be working with those gyms. And I'm excited for you guys to see the new content. I mean, I'm at a point where I already was really excited about the old program, but this new program, it has more of my heart in it, because I think what we're adding to it is that Ashley's tapped into that of those I am statements. Those are in essence the heart of the message. And if you can do all the rest of the work, but if you don't have those I am statements at the center of what you're working towards, then chances are you're still going to be struggling in some way, shape, or form. So which of those I am statements that we have, and again, that shirt you've seen with it printed on there, which of those I am statements do you find yourself particularly struggling with? And part of rewriting your story will be making that a priority in the entire program. So I'm very excited. And anything else that you wanted to add, Ashley, before we let everyone get to their big weekend?
No, I just wanted us to hop on again because we didn't have an episode of Rewriting My Story this week because we were traveling back home. So I didn't want it to look like we had fallen off. I wanted to just get on here and to yes, everyone knows we were out on the East Coast. Everyone knows we were with Joe and Matt with Lifting Cloud 10, but those aren't our only affiliate partners. So everyone at P2P, at Results, at FitCode, at Bar None, this new content is not just for the people we just onloaded. It is for everyone within the Dr. Mondo family. And we just wanted to remind you guys that, hey, you have been a part of this program before I got here. You guys have been members for a year. Just because we're relaunching and revamping doesn't mean that that you don't have access to it. You 100% do. So I just wanted to hop on and to remind you guys that, hey, you're in it with us, and this is the new thing that we have going on. Nothing is going away. We are just adding to it, and we do look forward to really building up those relationships. And Dr. Mondo, he has a full practice here in Sacramento. That's one of the reasons why I came on board. So I wanted to kind of introduce myself also and be like, hey guys, now it's two. We got Daniel with us helping edit and produce and create the content that is the message. Then you have me cheering all of you guys along and I call myself the cleanup hitter. Mondo, he's better 1 through 3 for sure. For sure. But then, when you need someone just to help get that run in, I'll be that person.
Absolutely.
So we just wanted to kind of say, hey, we are back and we are so excited. And just because we were out in the East Coast doesn't mean that everyone on the West Coast doesn't have access to what we are doing. Everyone does. You're in this family, and we are all learning and evolving together. So that's that.
Isn't she awesome? Aren't you guys lucky? I mean, the cool thing has been that, the running kind of joke for me for a long time has been, I wish I could kind of like duplicate me, so that I could help more people. And instead, I think, just finding someone else with the same mission, the same heart, who could just go out and really help people. And it was cool to watch that happen. To watch you actually just being out at the events and watching people gravitate towards you, and being able to have them open up. And I know that's continued since you left. And, I continue to just have this sense that it'll take a team effort to really do what we want to do in terms of this big, ambitious goal. And it's really not about any one particular person. It's about the message, and the message being powerful, and the program being powerful. And so we need people like yourself to be on board, and to be the light bearers out there that are out spreading this message. And so it's really cool to be able to have you here and a part of that.
Well, I'm honored to finally be able to find a space to where I can be all of me and share all of the hard stuff that happened in my life, and to know that I'm supported along the way, and knowing that like I have my tribe here at the Dr. Mondo family, to where I'm supported to be able to do that, so that everyone we come in contact with knows that they have that support also. Um, you know, it I'm I love what we're doing, and I honestly I can't wait to get back to my hometown to share this new
Yeah.
Ashley with all of the people that I know and love. I mean, how crazy that P2P is where I grew up, and my best friend is a coach there, and we didn't even know it. So I'm happy to assist in any way that I can, because what you have started before I came on board is a beautiful mission. 100% believe in it. So I'm just happy to be going on and, meeting the Jennings at the Lift gym, having that be my first gym and my first experience. I really couldn't have asked for anything more. And the trip really solidified. I know I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I think that there are very few moments in time in people's lives where they can kind of have a bird's eye view of what they're doing and say, yep, you're not supposed to be anywhere else. Stay
Uh,
and be in it and move forward. So that's that. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I can't wait to continue, and I can't wait for the new content to be launched. My life has changed. I'm thinking people who follow me on Facebook will have seen some sort of something happening over the last handful of months, and then come June, it's going to be like my birthday party of being, this is what it was, guys, because I've been doing the program for 2 months. We haven't
yeah.
really revealed it yet, but it's already changed my life, and I think
That's
people
awesome.
have seen it. I mean, they're messaging me saying that they're seeing it. So now on the first or around the first, I'll be able to say this is exactly what it was. Come join me.
Yeah. Come join us. Yeah, I can't wait to get that content out there to you guys. So again, just in summary, if you're just joining us now, I know it's Friday. I know you guys are heading out to your holiday weekend, but we just wanted to give you a quick little announcement. If you are at any of those gyms on the East Coast, follow up with your gyms. They still have that opportunity to get into the program with that special offer they have. And if you are just anyone else that's out there in the world right now that wants to join this program or is thinking about that, you could actually message Ashley and she'll give you more information on that. Or you could go to the website and sign up. But yeah, either way, we want to continue to give you hope and encouragement. We want to give you the tools necessary to be able to rewrite your story. So you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend. Ashley, thank you for joining me here today. You have an amazing weekend too.
You too.
Yeah, and we will see you guys next week, Tuesday, with Josh Lajani, Tuesday night. Get those promos going, because that's going to be a big one.
I know. Yes, sir. I'll
I
get
know,
on
right?
that.
Yeah, get right on that. You guys have a great evening, and we'll see you guys next week.